Hello, everybody, and welcome to my quick oral presentation. My name is Mignon Schichel, and I work at the Alzheimer Center Limburg in Maastricht, the Netherlands. Today, I'm presenting to you the results of the Senior Friendly Communities project. So we all know populations are growing older in most areas. This is also the case in the Eurasian Mouse-Rhine, which is a border area of Belgian, Dutch, and German communities with similar demographics. In this area, the Senior Friendly Communities project was initiated to stimulate communities to become more age-friendly, and more specifically, with a focus on people with dementia, people with late life depression, and on informal caregivers. The project took 3 years and included over 30 communities. At the beginning, there was a baseline assessment to measure the extent of age-friendly policies and best practice then. After that, we gave the municipalities advice on in what areas to improve on and how to do that. And we also offered them a virtual budget to spend on interventions that support the target groups. They implemented these, and at the end of the implementation phase, we conducted another assessment to see where the municipalities were standing at that moment and if changes had been taken place in the meantime. So the project had 3 goals, namely that the municipalities implemented the offered interventions, and next that there would be an increase in awareness in the community about age friendliness in general and the target groups in particular. And finally, that these would lead to a sustainable policy change in which target groups were more sustainably included in policy and practice. So we interviewed the municipalities to find out if they had achieved these goals. The first 2 goals were largely achieved. Almost a third had implemented all of the interventions, and 2/3 had implemented most of the intervention they had chosen. Then the second goal, awareness increase, was actually the largest gain from this project, as most said that awareness did increase. In one case, it remained unclear, and in 4 cases, they said awareness did not increase, but it was already so high at the beginning that this was the reason that there was no further increase. Regarding the third goal, that of including the target group sustainably in policies, some first steps were taken in this direction. Most municipalities indicated, however, that they needed more longer-term interventions and more resources for this step. So the results helped us learn several lessons. Firstly, municipalities need to dedicate time, financial resources, and staff to such a project. The project facilitates these to some extent, but of course the municipalities also need to put some effort in as well. And this also helps to ensure the sustainability after the project ends. However, municipalities, of course, have limited time and resources, we know that. But more resources may become available when they have the responsibility of supporting these target groups, and or when these themes are high on the political agenda. Because then the themes are prioritized. This became clear as we saw a difference between the Belgian, Dutch, and German municipality situations. A further lesson for others implementing similar projects is that expectations management is very important, of who does what, how much effort needs to be put in. And this is because in our case, there were some municipalities who had expectations that were not offered by the project and therefore could not be met. So you can prevent this with even more expectation management. And lastly, one must also take into account the complex situation of municipalities with possible shifts in politics and policies, and then maybe shifts in the contact persons, the people who work there, which further complicates communications and implementation efforts. Even if some municipalities stated they had underestimated what they had to do for implementing such a project, most said they would participate again because they had gained a valuable boost and valuable insights from the project. So lessons learned from implementing senior friendly communities can guide similar projects aimed at facilitating age-friendly communities. The project has proven to greatly increase awareness in the participating municipalities, and it offers first steps towards a sustainable inclusion of people with dementia, people with late life depression, and informal caregivers in policy and practice. Many thanks for your attention. I hope you learned something and are inspired to work on similar projects to stimulate age friendliness. Please follow this link if you would like to know more about the project, and please do not hesitate to get in touch. Thank you.